What is up, YouTube? Slipnir here, and we just got finished docking up. We just undocked, and now we're back up to full shield strength. So we're gonna go ahead and just shoot right back out to that mission, and we're gonna go ahead and finish it off. As I did say before, you can leave your drones behind if you feel like you're basically reaching structure. Once your structure reaches 0, your ship is done for, and you'll end up in a pod, which you can take back to safety, hopefully. If you're going against other players, though, there's a pretty good chance they're gonna just pod you as well, which in terms means that they're just gonna kill you, your ship and your pod at the same time. So that's never fun, but hey, it happens. Like I said in the first video, if you don't like PvP, you might not like this game, but that's okay.
One thing I noticed is that EVE is really a PvP-centered game, even if though they have PvE components. Really, it all based on PvP and combat-related skills.
Oh yeah. And again, as soon as we get in this mission, we're gonna make sure to go ahead and pop our damage control and resists, and also make sure that our afterburner is off, unless we're wanting to go ahead and just try to get closer to the targets. So if you have a ship that has some decent range as far as like targeting goes, you can hit them from pretty far away as far as actually targeting something. There is a little bit of a shortcut, so instead of just clicking on the target and then clicking on lock target, you can actually hold down control, click on the targets, and that'll actually lock your targets for you. So, alright, so let's go ahead and pick a target. I'm going to go ahead and get our drones out, and we're going to go ahead and get within range. Go ahead and fire up the afterburner, and we're going to get closer. As soon as I start getting closer to these guys, they're probably going to start moving towards me and go ahead and engage me. There's about 8 of them, so 8 on 1, that seems like a fair fight. Also, I do have a mix of different drones. I basically just took what I had in my inventory at the time and just threw them in my drone bay. I really didn't. It doesn't matter. For these lower level missions, to be completely honest, I haven't really seen a difference. Alright, so we're getting in range. You can either click on your turrets, or you can just hit F1. Go ahead and hit F1 and then start blasting away. Look how fast that was. Amazing. Just drops them so quickly. And that's the difference between being at a range and being too close or too far away. If you're right within that range, that damage is right on. Well, once you get the targets down, make sure that you go ahead and lock some more targets. That'll just speed things up once you get to go taking targets down. And again, just keep making sure that you're staying within range for your optimal range. You want to make sure that you can hit at the best possible amount of damage and range, I guess. See, like right now, I wasn't exactly at range. I still got him, but I was below my optimal range, which I don't know how I hit him, but hey, it's all good.
It's good to know that your maximum absolute range is optimal plus fall off plus fall off.
Oh, okay.
So that is your absolute maximum range is the S curve. So optimal range being the highest area, optimal plus fall off being kind of the middle ground of the S curve, and optimal plus fall off being the bottom of the S curve.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just return our drones to our drone bay. Now that we've gone ahead and taken these out, we're going to go ahead and move over to the next pocket. It's a little ways off here, that's alright. Now, by reading that mission, it looks like they want us to go into dead space, which is where we're at. And then they want us to encounter a fleet of battleships, which this is a cruiser class ship. If you don't know what a battleship is, they're bigger, they have more firepower, and you probably don't want to fight them in a smaller ship unless you're experienced in doing so, which I'm not. So if the mission says to go ahead and find them and then run away, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
This is episode 79 of the Going Quantum Podcast. This week on the show, I'll be mixing some drum and bass before Steadu takes over with some filthy dubstep.
Hey, 30 jumps to go. Ooh, getting closer.
Oh my god. So far away. Also, you'll see that there are some sentry guns. These things are a freaking pain in the ass. At least in my experience, they've been a pain. I don't know why, they just seem to hit for more. So after we get done doing this mission, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to turn your mission in. Go back to your agent, how to find that. And then in a later video, I'll kind of get into basically your core skills, what you should be skilling if you're wanting to get into PvP. If you want to do PvE type stuff, what skills you should use for that, which kind of coincide with your PvP skills, because they both really do the same thing. They help you out both ways. And then also I'll kind of get in a little bit into the mining aspect too. Just kind of showing you guys, you know, what skills you should be skilling up if you want to optimize your mining. Also, Crawl from the corporation, he's really heavy into mining as well, and so he could probably also help you guys out with that extra information too. I'll make sure that I include him on that video as well. And then for PvP stuff, Red used to be, well, he was used to be, at least from what I was told, a badass. And he did a lot of PvP back in his day. So I'm sure at some point he's going to have some PvP videos. If he doesn't, I'm going to be doing some PvP videos with him at some point. But he's also got he's got tons of information as far as PvP stuff goes. He's like a walking EVE encyclopedia.
Thanks for the shout out.
No problem. Alright. So for whatever reason this guy is just a frickin' pain. An elite frigate of the Amarr Empire. Just die already. So you can see there, because I've taken some structure damage, my ship is on fire, and no, it doesn't do damage over time. Although I think it would be kind of funny if it did. Woo! Alright. Let's go ahead and take these sentry guns out. And looks like we lost a drone, so if you just right click on drone bay, hit launch, it'll go ahead and launch a drone for you. An extra drone if you've lost your other drones. Also, the drones that you have available to launch, that's all based off of your actual drone skill. So depending on how many skills or actual skill levels you have in drones determines on how many drones you can have out at a time. For me, I have drones 4, so that allows me to have 4 drones. I'm currently working on drones 5, which is like a 3.5 day train or something like that, or 4-day train. Then I can have 5 drones, which makes a huge difference. Plus, I think once you hit drones 5, you can have Tech 2 drones. Is that right, Red?
You need a couple of skills, but yes, that's one of the requirements.
That's awesome. That's gonna help a lot.
Yeah, you'll want to make sure that you get Scout Drone Operation 5 and then your racial drone specialization up to at least 2 to give access to T2 mediums.
Gotcha. Like I said, Red is a walking EVE encyclopedia. It's great. If you guys ever have any questions that I can't answer, which will probably be a lot, you can go to his channel, subscribe to him. He's got tons of information, and just send him a message or comment on his videos. I don't think he currently has any videos up yet, but are you working on getting some out, or?
Yeah, I'll get there eventually.
And then also, if you guys end up, like I said, if you end up liking the game off just, you know, checking out the gameplay, it looks like something you'd be interested in, send me a message. I can send you a 21-day free trial. And then from there, also, if you have any other questions, once you actually get in game, send me a message. I can give you my in-game name. We'll get you hooked up into the Rothscale Enterprise public channel, which will basically allow you to talk to us and ask any questions that you have. And then from there, you know, we might even get you into the Corp too, which is great. So alright, so we've now just cleared out the second pocket. This is a long a longer mission actually. Usually missions like level 1s and level 2s. This actually is probably the first mission that I've run into that that actually has more than one pocket, so it's kind of cool, I guess. Just makes it a bit longer, which is fine, which also means it gives me more bounty. So every time you encounter enemies, enemy NPCs, and also sometimes even enemy players, or just other players, they could also have a bounty on them, which basically means when you kill them, you get a bounty. It'll tell you once you actually click on the target up here at the top, it'll tell you what their bounty is, so when you kill them, that's the bounty that you get. And then after a certain amount of time, I'm not sure how long it takes, it doesn't take very long at all, that bounty will just automatically be sent to your ISK or to your wallet. I kind of thought at one point of being able to just go out and like hunt down people for a bounty, but yeah, even if I decided to do that, it'd probably take a really long time, so I'm not really worried about it. Alright, so what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to park up here at the gate. As soon as I get there. Just cut this part of the video out for you guys so you don't have to sit here and wait for my shields to go back up. It's not quite low enough to where I want to actually go to a station and just have them recharge, but so I'm just gonna sit right here and then we'll get right back to it as soon as my shields are up.